name's Gordon, or Flash Gordon. I'll go Gordon. I'll go Gordon, that'll do. I grew up barracking for Footscray in the VFL, and I used to barrack for Central Districts in the SANFL when I was about 7 or 8. So I decided to pick the winner of the grand final that year. That year we won the 1973 grand final thanks to Graham Corn, so I changed to being a Glenelg fan from that day when I was about 6 or 7 years of age. I've been a Glenelg fan ever since. I did photography at school as a hobby, then I took a break for about 25 years. It is just my hobby. It's just something I enjoy doing, something I'm sort of okay at, and just fills in my weekends. So I did the mini league at Glenelg for 3 or 4 years before that, through school footy, junior footy. And then I sort of wandered along and brought my camera along, and I sort of muscled my way in to become the photographer for Glenelg for about 13 years, 12 years I've been doing it now, and hopefully a few more, because I really enjoy doing it. It's good fun. So the favourite players of photo are all the high-flying forwards, the ones that take the big mark and the big grab and then run towards me fist pumping. They're always good, so I'd spend more time photographing the celebrations than the actual goals themselves, but there's been quite a few through the years. There's a few now, like Lockie Hosey's one of my favourites at the moment. Liam always runs back towards the crowds now. I'd rather he ran back towards me like he used to. So, and I miss Josh Scott, who was really good at celebrating as well. So Terry Miller was a high-flying forward who was spectacular and won a lot of games for Glenelg just by kicking a lot of goals at the right time of the game. Todd Grimer was sort of finishing his career when I started taking photos, so I probably missed most of his good games, but he was always a very spectacular players, one of the best ones ever for Glenelg. And Rory Kirkby, Ripper guy, used to take a lot of big marks and is a really, really nice guy as well. And luckily in his farewell retirement game, he took a really big grab out here on the wing at Glenelg, and I was lucky enough to get some photos of that as well. And I still talk to him fairly regularly as well. He's going well. So Gibson Turner was just a few weeks ago out here. I quite enjoy watching him play. He's a very spectacular player, an interesting player to watch. He's always fun, looks like obviously he enjoys his footy and loves his footy, and he's a bit of a crowd favourite already. 10 years ago maybe, Jacob Larber played reserves and played under 18s for Glenelg, good player. Yeah, I haven't got enough muddy photo players yet. There was quite a few of Matt Snook as well, but yeah, I really enjoy that photo. It's just something special, something different to look at. So I've known Matt and his older brother Sharon since I was little worms running around for Glenelg, and they've obviously, or especially Matt, has grown into, potentially the best player, probably is the best player in the SANFL still, and he's put on a few muscles, and his hair's still the same, still cuts his own hair I believe, but he's great to watch. But unfortunately I don't get enough photos of him because he just runs down the middle, doesn't run too far out from the wings or down the forward lines, not enough for my liking, but he's a fantastic player, I love watching him play. Funny, I go back to old photos now, even from under 15s, under 16s games. There's players I didn't know who they were. Quite a few of them are league players now, a few AFL players that have gone on to win Brownlow medals and win best on grounds in SANFL grand finals and all sorts of things. Come from skinny little boys, many occasions, to big fully grown men with their jobs and careers and families. And luckily enough, many of those players I'm friendly with their families as well. Just sort of known them for 10 years. It's interesting to watch them grow from little kids to basically heroes of the community. So, thank you. Yeah, the grand final was an incredible day. I was so lucky and privileged to be volunteering for Glenelg that day. Such a special privilege, just a special day. A long day. I took about 1 million photos. Didn't have my first beer till about 10:30 that night. I was on my feet all day and I was exhausted, but I made up for that the next day. But it was just, I was so lucky to be in history, as recording history for the footy club for that day, and hopefully 50, 100 years from now people look back at the photos, they won't know who I am, but they'll certainly hopefully remember some fond days and some fantastic memories, and hopefully a few more to come. Yeah, so after the grand final was probably the highlight for me. I went into the room on the side of the oval there where we were. It was just the players and the 2 coaches and myself in there, and there was Mark Stone was trying to make a speech and everyone was giving him rubbish, but it was just brilliant times, just funny times, some brilliant times. There was champagne spraying around. It was just incredible just to be in there. The atmosphere was like something I've never witnessed before, and hopefully do again, but that was certainly a first for me. Really enjoy going along to the women's games. This year their skills and their match style has improved so much over the years, but they're such a wonderful bunch of people. I think for them it's more of a privilege to play footy for Glenelg, and they embrace the culture, embrace each other, but there's such a wonderful attitude and so much fun, and I really enjoy watching them play, and they celebrate as hard as the men do, but they're great to watch. I really enjoy watching their footy. They're so much better than they were, their game plan, their style and their composure, and just the actual way they can run and bounce and kick and take marks and kick goals, and they smash in very, very hard. They probably smash in harder than the men do in some cases, and they chuck themselves around, and they don't mind a bit of a blue as well, so it's good to watch. So, honestly, it's a great privilege and a great honour to be volunteering at the footy club. It's a great bunch of people, all the volunteers, we all get on really, really well. All the players are awesome, the boys and the girls, they're all very friendly and accommodating and grateful for what I do. I just really enjoy it. It's probably the highlight of my week, coming out here and going home and then looking through the photos afterwards. So, hopefully keep it up for another few more years. If you let me keep coming back, I'll keep doing it. So thank you.